Hello guys, oh my teeth look kind of white. I haven't been to the dentist for a while. The most important place in your body, I think, that you can get to is your mouth, and brushing your teeth, extremely important. Brushing your tongue, extremely important. Keeping the hygiene in your mouth is so important because your mouth tells you so much about your body. Your tongue tells you so much about your body. So if you can clear away in the morning the white which is on your tongue, that really does help heal your body as well. I think the gut is really the main place where health should be, and I've been focusing on gut healing for 13 months now, and yeah, I mean, come on, I'm 51. What's 11 months of my life clearing away the years of abuse, which you don't realize, until you start to really look into health. And I think funny that as you get older, you start to. When you're young, it doesn't matter, right? It's a bit like, you'll climb a wall when you're a kid, and then you go back to that wall when you're an adult and look and think, Jesus, did I really climb that? You've got no fear at all when you're a kid. Anyway, guys, it's lovely to be here today. Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to your channel for an uplifting and very bright and colourful talk today, and conversation, hopefully. What should we talk about today? Well, it's very, it's an interesting day today for me because I'm just about getting everything ready to head off to LA. Yeah, jet setter. Well, you know what? It's not all about jet setting. It's not all about hotels, because it can be a little bit stressful. Trust me, always flying around everywhere. Sometimes, it's nice to just come back and just relax for a while. So I'm hoping to stay in LA for quite a while, and you're going to come with me, of course. You're going to follow me there, and I'm going to take you to the most beautiful places. So we're going to share it together, of course. So I'm looking forward to that. What was I doing last night? Okay, so I was working on a whole group of crystals last night as a final moment to then put them onto my website, which were Herkimer diamonds with Moldavite, as you can see, and Moldavites too, as you can see there. Look, Herkimer diamond, beautiful, with a Moldavite, and there's a beautiful Moldavite. So I started earlier on, around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and started doing my work, and then, on and off through the day. And then I went to bed and started doing some absent healing for some of you guys who always send me messages. You're in my absent healing list, and I always work on that as much as possible. So while I was doing absent healing, I had a whole load of Moldavites that have gone onto my website because I finally finished with them last night. So... and then I had these beauties last night, yeah, so look. Oh my God, that's a car, that's the value of a car. Yeah, do you want to see some of these beauties? So I'm going to be working on these now in the next coming months, and then when they're ready, I'm going to put them into pendants, but... Moldavite, oh my God, look. It's difficult for you to see really because you're not looking at the direct, you're looking at me, but if I hold that, you can see the beautiful, inclusions, all the beautiful natural way that has burnt up into our atmosphere and come down here and created something so unique. Yeah, amazing. If you've got all of these in your hands and you're meditating with them, kind of blows you away. But anyway, guys, it's a lovely day. I suppose we should talk about Moldavite Herkimer. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's talk about Moldavite and Herkimer. So, sorry, I just need my coffee. I've been rushing around all day today packing. So, there you go. Say hello to a very beautiful Herkimer diamond and a Moldavite. Now, why would you want to put these two together? Herkimer diamond has a unique ability to amplify energy. So whatever that energy is, where it's around, it'll amplify it. Good or bad, positive, negative, it's an amplifier. And far more than that, but what I noticed when I put these together, when I was working over the years, that there was a profound effect. And they work in their own unique way, but then they also work together. It's almost like a combination of, it's just extremely amazing. Um, I'll give you I'll give you a story of a beautiful lady who came to me a few times. She was very, very wealthy, beautiful lady from, I think, Ecuador. She was very, very kind, very caring, very loving. And I always remember her sadness. You know, that sadness that some people carry, that they find it difficult to smile, or they just don't have a smile. And a lot of the times we think, oh, what's wrong with them? But actually, if you really find out, if you were to sit them down and start looking at their life, and really, you know, not them telling you, but just looking at it, if you could see it, you'll realize why some people find it very difficult to smile and find the joy of everyday life because of the challenges that they had to go through. Well, I remember this one particular lady had travelled the whole world. I remember she'd been to Geneva, Italy. She went all over Peru, and she was trying to find somewhere to find her peace. She needed to find her inner peace. So basically, what had happened to her life was, she was a very wealthy lady and a wealthy family. So some of you might think, oh, well, sometimes it's because when some people are so rich, they don't really find happiness because they're so used to everything. They get everything. They've been everywhere, done that. But no, this was different. This was a lady who was really, really looking for her inner happiness and peace, and she couldn't find it. And that in itself caused her a lot of pain and suffering. So the suffering that she carried inside, that she didn't know what she was suffering about, was that what was causing her even more suffering? Can you imagine? So she travelled the world and she'd gone all over. And of course, you know, she'd been to Harley Street, she'd gone everywhere to psychiatrists and alternative practitioners, she'd been to, you know, doctors, she'd tried medication, she'd tried alternative medicines, and she could not hold on to happiness. And it's actually quite an interesting thing because a lot of us have that as well. And anyway, I remember the day she came back to me, and it was, I think she'd been to me 3 or 4 times, or maybe, yeah, about 3 or 4, I'm not sure, don't hold me to it, but she came back a few times. And I remember one day she came up the stairs and I gave her a cuddle, and she struggled to cuddle because, I don't know, but she struggled to cuddle then, but I made sure I gave her a cuddle. And yeah, she said, this is my so many time. And I went, oh, okay, because I forget quickly. And she said, Mark, I don't normally go back. I only go X amount of times. And then if I don't get anything, then I'll try elsewhere. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, but there's been something happening while you've been doing a healing. And I got up and I always felt great, but it only lasted an hour. And I said, right, okay. And I said, well, I can only do my best. So lie down. And she laid down. So as she was lying down, for some reason, I don't know why, but I headed to the table as she was lying down, and the music was playing like this. And I headed to my table and I picked a Moldavite. And it was really interesting because soon as I went back to it, see, these things I remember, little things that are so profound I remember, but ask me what I had to eat an hour ago and I forgot. So I remember her hands were by her side, and for some reason, instead of me putting it on her heart or her stomach or her third eye or next to her head, I went straight to her hand. And as I laid it in her hand, it was like somebody had it was like a vice. She just squeezed it like that. And I thought, okay, wow, well, I don't know why I put it in her hand, but bloody hell, her hand's squeezing it. And it was like she was squeezing it, and like then her hand started shaking. I thought, okay, well, let that be, get on with your work. So I closed my eyes and started doing the healing work. As the hour went by, when I'd finished, there were tears coming down her eyes through the whole of the session. And I remember thinking, oh, I should clean them. So I went and got a little tissue and just did that all the time, because I think, yeah, I remember now. Oh my God. So it was like two pools in her eyes because there was so much water, and I kept thinking I need to, and I had to keep going and soaking up the tears. Wow. Oof. I'm remembering. So when I'd finished the session, I leave the client and I sit down and just close my eyes and just meditate and allow whatever the healing to take place. And then I heard her say something like, how could he do that? And I'm wondering what she's saying, and she's saying it again, but quietly. How could he do that? How could he do it? So I got up and went over to her, and she looked straight in my eyes, and she said, how could he do that, Mark? And I just stroked her head, and I said, are you okay? She said, yeah, I'm okay. And then she gets up, and I cuddled her, and we cuddled, and I think it was the first time she really truly cuddled me. She never cuddled me before. It was always frozen and fearful. But this time it was like she grabbed hold of me. And I remember we hugged for like 20 minutes and she was crying. I could feel the tears. And I remember now that my whole shoulder was soaking wet. And after that, I found out what had happened. Soon as the Moldavite had gone into her hand, it had awakened something within her, and it's not a very nice thing to say, but I must tell you the story because it's the truth, and the truth is that she'd suppressed the memory of her father that abused her physically. Only as a little girl, very young, and only for a short time. But I think at that moment, I knew that this is a good thing. This is a release. This is a release. It's a memory that needed to come up. Now she is able to face it. To this day, she's a friend of mine, and every now and again, once every 6 or 7 months, she'll send me a photo of wherever she is, smiling. And it just says, thank you, my angel. And it's like, that story was so profound to me about Moldavite, because the power of Moldavite is so beyond my understanding. But I always know that when somebody holds a Moldavite, when somebody is drawn to a Moldavite, I know that it's their moment to heal in whatever way they need to heal. And if you're thinking, oh my God, I don't want a Moldavite to remember anything bad, that's not what this is about. It's about the power of Moldavite being so incredibly in tune with your body, knowing exactly where it needs to blast its wave to be able to either heal, clear the block, or resurface something that needs to be given to you, or open you up to a higher whatever it is. I think I'm here to say that I think that Moldavite has been, in my humble opinion, one of the most unique crystals that I've ever worked with in my life. And I have seen more miracles with Moldavite. I've seen more things happen with Moldavite than any other crystal in the world. And I've worked with thousands of them. And that's the reason why I'm just about finished the book called The Power of Moldavite. And there are many stories in that book which you will relate to. I know you will, because if you wear Moldavite, if you've bought a piece of Moldavite, you will know the disappearing of Moldavite, the hot flushes, the feelings, all of the things that you get, the burning of your hands, the tingling, the elevation, feeling that you're elevating, all of those. There's so many things I can't express to you in this little short video, but I can say that Moldavite is a very, very beautiful and unusual crystal that helps us connect to our higher self, and ultimately helps us become stronger and become the better you and me. We become better, we become stronger, I don't like the word better so much, but we become more of a higher vibration in the world of spiritual talk. We become a very, very unique energy which vibrates at a very different energy as we used to. So it's very, very powerful in so many ways. So to end on this beautiful video, I want to say that what could be more beautiful than a Moldavite but putting a little Herkimer diamond, which makes the Moldavite even more powerful. I think it's pretty cool. So I like working with them both. Sometimes I think it's very important to go nice and steady, nice and slow. Don't rush too much with Moldavite. Don't get too excited. Don't get too, expectations. Just go steady with it and enjoy it. Enjoy it. And whatever feelings you get from Moldavite, whatever you feel, remember, there is no such thing as a negative effect with Moldavite. No matter what you feel, every single effect that you have in your body, your soul, your spirit, your energy, your physical, is a positive healing effect. Never forget that. That's how powerful Moldavite is. So when you take it off, guys, I go, no, it's actually fixing you. It's healing you. That's the whole point. Well, I need to be healed. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Well, maybe it's because we need to heal that what's hurting at the beginning. Come on. This needs to be, let's get some nice antiseptic on. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, of course it's going to hurt. It's the beginning of the healing process. So your Moldavite is that which is your healer to begin with. I get excited about Moldavite, can you tell? So I'm going to get to work now, guys. I've got a lot of work to do with my Moldavites, and I'm packing now, ready for LA. So let's say this. See you all in LA, baby. Thank you once again for subscribing to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Thank you once again for buying the Herkimers and the Herkimer Moldavites and the Moldavites off markbajerski.com. I'm so happy you love them. And this morning I got your message, dear Anita. Thank you so much. You bought one of the most beautiful Moldavites in the world, and I hope you love it. As you say, work with it, go steady and enjoy. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Take care. Thank you for your messages every day. Love them all, and I do read them. So thanks. Take care. Bye, guys.